Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, from Calgary with love, dozens of workers helping Edmonton after a series of summer storms. Storage for surgeries, how a new machine at a local hospital helped save a man's life. And a Monarch mission, why volunteers are tracking the butterflies across Edmonton.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
City workers are getting a helping hand cleaning up after this week's thunderstorms from crews who came up the QE2. A few dozen urban foresters from the city of Calgary are in town to help clear fallen debris and trees. As CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports, we may need them to extend their stay.
Urban foresters feed branch after branch into a wood chipper. For them, the work is familiar, but Borden Park is not.
We're going to convert them to Oilers fans by the time they leave, so we're looking forward to that. But in all seriousness, we can't thank Calgary enough for their help.
After back-to-back storms battered Edmonton this week, some city facilities and public spaces had to close. Infrastructure like this fence was damaged, and countless trees and their branches still clutter streets and parks.
And our priority number one is to make sure all of our public infrastructure is safe.
With more than 3,000 storm-related issues reported to 311, it's just too much for city crews to get to quickly. To help lighten the workload, the city of Calgary sent nearly 50 arborists and road workers up the QE2.
As these repeated events back to back continue to pile up, it really has soddened or saturated the soil, and so it makes trees more vulnerable to being uprooted.
So what do we actually mean when we say record rainfall? Well, imagine each of these cups represents 20 millimeters of rain. In June and July this year, Edmonton received 536 millimeters of rain, way higher than the previous record from 1901 of 359 millimeters, and more than 3.5 times the average rain we see in June and July of 153 millimeters.
Yeah. It was in the streets, it was all over the sidewalks, up and down.
Property manager Sabina Gibbs cleared some debris from this street herself. The city told her cleanup crews won't be around to dispose of it until late next week. She's thankful the workers from Calgary can help speed it up.
And I believe when they had the flood, we did go and help them because we are neighbors. Like, it's fun to rib them because of the shames, but, you know.
The Calgarian crews are scheduled to help out for a week, but with more storms in the weekend forecast, their stay might be extended. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Edmonton's oldest LRT cars are nearing the end of the line. The city says it will buy 8 more light rail vehicles to support the Metro Line and Capital Line expansion projects. In February, it awarded a contract to Hyundai Rotem for 32 high-floor LRVs with an option to buy more. These trains are replacing the Siemens fleet that has served the city for more than 45 years.
I think train 1001 has got more than 2 million kilometers on it, so they've earned their retirement, and we're looking forward to cycling those out.
The new LRVs are expected to arrive between 2029 and 2030. The Alberta Motor Association says more drivers are speeding on the streets of Edmonton, and deaths caused by speeding have increased by 73% over the past 5 years. As CTV's Amanda Anderson reports, the AMA is urging drivers to slow down.
Bright sunny skies and bare dry roads are a recipe for problems, according to the Alberta Motor Association.
But we've seen a really disturbing trend of speeding, but especially of excessive speeding increasing over the last 5 years.
Hannah Hamilton says data collected from police, the city and province shows the number of deadly crashes because of speed has gone up 73% in Edmonton. It's also resulted in a 35% increase in major injuries.
Last year is one of the worst in the last 5 years for both major cities, Calgary and Edmonton.
The AMA says last year, Edmonton saw 14 deadly collisions. So far this year, there's been 4. Drivers we spoke with say they've noticed the high speeds too.
I do notice it. I especially notice a lot of motorcyclists, splitting lanes, cutting lanes and everything like that.
I think speeding has been increasing year round, probably since the photo radar and that was pulled off.
Hamilton says going 10 kilometers over the posted speed limit can double your risk of a crash. 20 over puts your risk 6 times higher.
Going 20 kilometers over maybe could save you about 2 minutes off your travel time, but that's not even accounting for traffic lights and the ways that the city naturally slows you down.
This driver says education and driver courtesy is what's needed, not enforcement.
People are in such a hurry now that courtesy is second rate, right? More respect for each other. That's what the world seems to be lacking, is respect for one another.
Reminding yourself that you're sharing the road with someone's mom, someone's child, and how you drive impacts their safety as well.
The AMA hopes drivers will give themselves a bit of extra time to get where they're going, not just this long weekend, but year-round. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
The family of a woman killed 50 years ago is still hoping someone will come forward to give them closure. Sunday marks 50 years since Marie Judy Goudreau's homicide. Police say she was last seen in Edmonton the evening of August 2nd, 1976. Her running vehicle was found abandoned after midnight near Beaumont with her personal belongings still inside. 2 days later, the 17-year-old's body was discovered in a ditch off Highway 60 north of Devon. Goudreau's surviving family is still looking for justice.
You know, this person has been able to live 50 good years, and my sister hadn't, you know, all her dreams were quashed. So, you know, really unfair. We'd really like to bring closure and close this chapter.
RCMP say they're still accepting tips, and information that may have seemed insignificant then might still be useful today. WestJet has started grounding some flights in anticipation of a strike or lockout on Sunday. The airline has not said how many planes have been grounded, but it is advising all passengers to check the status of their flights before heading to the airport. The Flight Attendants Union is continuing to bargain with the airline in hopes of avoiding a work stoppage. If a deal is not reached by Sunday morning, either side could trigger a strike or lockout, leading to hundreds of flight cancellations. Edmonton's Food Bank is encouraging people to make monetary donations at Heritage Days this year. The festival is usually one of the Food Bank's largest fundraisers. It says because of site logistics and vehicle restrictions at Horillac Park, it is focusing on financial donations this year. Food Bank tents will be there, set up at 3 locations in the park where you can donate cash or tap your card. The food bank says receiving donations in the summer is crucial.
People tend to think of the food bank and our work at Christmas and other festive times of year, and our work is necessary and ongoing throughout the course of the year. So this time of year, our food supplies are very low.
Non-perishable food items for donation can always be dropped off at local grocery stores, fire halls, or the food bank warehouse. Food donations will also be collected during tomorrow night's Elks game. A member of the Edmonton Oil Kings has been named to Team Canada for the upcoming Hlinka Gretzky Cup. Forward Caden Strader was one of 22 players selected to join the national men's summer under-18 team. Edmonton is hosting the tournament. Some of the world's top under-18 players will be here representing their countries. The games begin on Monday. Canada takes on Sweden at 5 o'clock. For the first time since 2023, the Edmonton Elks are opening the upper bowl of Commonwealth Stadium. The Elks say they've already sold more than 26,000 tickets for tomorrow night's game against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They're expecting to sell thousands more ahead of kickoff. The lower bowl holds 33,000 fans, so the Elks have decided to open a portion of the upper bowl on the east side of the stadium in case they surpass that number.
We're excited. Everybody in the organization is excited. It's going to be great for the players to have like a true home field advantage where it's noisy and their offense has a hard time functioning. And that's, you know, we're hopeful that right from the beginning of the game, it's a hostile environment for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Kickoff for tomorrow's game is at 5 o'clock. Josh, as we mentioned earlier, bring a food bank donation for that game and maybe a poncho as well.
Yeah, fingers crossed that these storms kind of hold off until after the game or kind of dance around the city. It does look stormy, though, late in the day tomorrow. From Edmonton off to the north and northeast. In fact, potentially some severe storms, especially north and northeast of the city. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. 25, Elk Island as well as Stony Plain. It's 28, downtown Edmonton. That is our daytime high for today. 4 degrees above average. Started the day at 13. Gets even hotter tomorrow, 30 or 31 for a daytime high tomorrow. And we'll start the day under some sunshine. This is what it looks like right now. as you look through the lens of the CTV drone flying over the city. It has a bit of cloud cover that's kind of hanging out there. It's sort of been thin cloud mixed with some sunshine in the Edmonton area for most of the day today. You can see on the satellite map, it's not part of any really big significant system. It's just kind of a little bit of thin cloud cover. Well, look at how everything's looping up to the north with this upper ridge. That has kept us storm-free for the last couple of days. Everything's been to the north of us. That ridge is going to slide off to the southeast, though, and that'll put us back in the storm path for late in the day tomorrow. The other thing, maybe a little smoky tomorrow. You have air quality warnings in effect for the areas in light blue here through the west. And watch the smoke forecast for tomorrow. There's tomorrow morning. There's tomorrow afternoon. It does improve for Sunday. I don't think we get to a high risk for tomorrow, but probably a little smokier and hazier than we've seen for a while. And moderate risk on the air quality health index. So hot and hazy tomorrow, 16 degrees in the morning and 30 or 31 in the afternoon with that risk of late day storms.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, Academy Awards. A local student sets a new record at a police recruitment camp.
My heart is just so full of joy. That is a huge honor.
Brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
A small-town veterinarian is celebrating a rapid recovery after a recent kidney transplant. His surgery success is being credited to a new machine at the University of Alberta Hospital. As CTV's Connor Hogg explains, it better preserves donor organs ahead of transplants.
I was on call 7 days a week, which was part of the stressful part of it.
As a veterinarian in Onaway, Dr. David Klipliff is used to working under pressure. When he was diagnosed with kidney failure, he faced a new kind of stress. He eventually had to start dialysis. Then a donor kidney became available. The donated organ was being stored in one of the newest pieces of technology at the University of Alberta Hospital. The ex vivo circulates a preservation solution containing oxygen through a donated kidney. That keeps it healthy and ready for transplant for longer.
It's like installing a water filter or a water softener in your house's plumbing system. So it's, you need to connect the pipes and turn on the pump.
Dr. Max Levine with the University of Alberta Hospital says donor kidneys take time to work to their full potential. When they're plugged into the ex vivo, the amount of injury to the organ is reduced, which leads to faster recovery times for patients. Klipliff's transplant was a success, with doctors surprised by how quickly his condition improved.
Typically with a kidney transplant, patients require some narcotics for post-operative pain. They take a few days to get ambulating and walking again. But David was off narcotics the first night, was on plain Tylenol. You don't believe it. You have to check the records a couple times and ask them yourself if that's actually the case.
3 months later, Klipliff is at 60% kidney function and notices the extra energy he has. He even walked in the Onaway parade shortly after surgery.
That was the first time in about 5 years I'd walked the parade route. What it's going to allow me to do going forward is amazing.
A new start, and forever grateful to the technology, the doctors, and the donor who made it happen. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Nearly 40 students are graduating from the Edmonton Police Service's Youth Recruitment Academy.
We got to bond as a class, and it really provided good insight into policing. Ever since I was little, I've always been interested in a career in law enforcement.
The week-long program gives high school students a chance to experience what it's like to be a police officer. Participants train with patrol officers, forensic experts, Air 1, the tactical, and K-9 units. One student really impressed her commanding officers by becoming the first to ever win 2 program awards.
My heart is just so full of joy. That is a huge honor. I think getting any award or just being accepted into this program is a huge accomplishment and an honor. And just the fact that I was able to get 2 awards means so much to me.
She's a leader amongst her peers. She was confident. She basically took the reins with her class and encouraged everybody.
The Youth Recruitment Academy is open to students in grades 10 through 12 who want to learn more about a career in policing. Still to come tonight on CTV News, burn bans, where you can and cannot have fires in national parks over the long weekend.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Elk Island National Park says it's trying to reopen as quickly as possible after closing due to storm damage. Parks Canada shared a couple of photos showing the damage at the park. The national park just east of Edmonton had to be closed because of flooding and dangerous trees. Officials say every effort is being made to reopen quickly. Work is now underway to reopen a road near Canmore blocked by a rock slide at the beginning of June. The province says a geotechnical engineering team has inspected the site and a mitigation plan is now in place. Loose and unstable rocks are being removed from the slope above the road, and rock bolts will secure larger sections. Alberta Transportation expects that work to be complete by mid-August. Some fire restrictions are in place for mountain parks this long weekend. Fire bans are in effect for Banff, Yoho, and Kootenay National Parks until further notice. The ban covers campfires, barbecues, outdoor wood stoves or fryers, tiki torches, and candles. You can still use propane fire pits, stoves, barbecues, heaters, and lanterns. Anyone with a fire permit will automatically be refunded. Jasper is still under a fire restriction, so you must use the designated metal fire pits at campsites. The ongoing hot and dry conditions led to the ban. Fines will be given to people who break it. For more information, you can always visit albertafirebans.ca. Certainly no fire bans around here, Josh. We were pretty close to having the wettest July on record in Alberta.
Yeah,
wettest
June on record for the city. Second wettest July on record. 1901 still holds the record at 283. Look at that. We're right behind it, though, at 265. Average, 83. In fact, if you combine the past 5 Julys, you get to 270. We've had almost as much rain this month as the 5 previous Julys combined. And if you look at June, July together, we're at 536, which is already the wettest summer ever. And it's 100 millimeters more than the average total precipitation for the entire year in Edmonton. If we get anywhere even close to average precipitation through the rest of the year, we will shatter the old record. River Valley Skycam. Partly cloudy skies. 28 degrees in Edmonton right now. Feels even hotter with some humidity. Dew points back in the mid-teens. 22 in Fort McMurray, 27 in Jasper and Red Deer. Feels more like 31 in Edmonton and feeling around 30 in East Central Alberta. You'll have actual temperatures in the low 30s in the east tomorrow. Heat warnings across the south. There's your air quality warning once again through the mountain parks and up into the Hinton Grand Cache and Rocky Mountain House regions. And we may see some of that wildfire smoke drift east for one day tomorrow. There's your chance of showers overnight tonight, right along the northern edge of this upper ridge. Problem is that ridge is going to collapse, and so we'll show you what that does Saturday in a second. Tomorrow morning or overnight tonight, showers and potentially some thunderstorms in through the Peace Country, and then there you go. As the upper low comes through and a surface low starts to develop, really good chance for some thunderstorms and potentially some severe thunderstorms late in the day tomorrow, north and northeast of the Edmonton area, up towards Fort McMurray in the city. The risk starts around supper time, continues through the evening hours, and then overnight changes from a thunderstorm risk to more like showers or some periods of steadier rain. Looks like that rain should be out of here by Sunday evening, and we'll get some clearing on Monday. So a mix of sun and cloud on Monday. A little bit of a warm-up as well. We'll be in the mid-teens for a daytime high Sunday and gusty wind to go along with the rain. Monday, the wind backs off, sun breaks through, and we should get back into the low 20s. We'll be in the mid-teens for morning low. Morning low of 16 tomorrow in Edmonton. Daytime high of 16 on Sunday in the city. Highs around 30 in Fort McMurray. Low 30s, Cold Lake, Vegreville. You'd be closer to 20 in through the Peace Country. 31 for Red Deer, Lloydminster. 35 in Coronation, and close to 40 in southeastern Alberta. 16 degrees tomorrow morning. No storms tonight. That changes late in the day tomorrow. Chance of some late day showers and thunderstorms, especially supper time and into the evening hours. Gusty wind for Sunday, high of 16. Back to 21 Monday, 23 and 24 for Tuesday, Wednesday. So back to average, it looks like, after a little bit of a blip in the pattern there and a cool down for Sunday.
All right, Josh, thank you. When we return, butterfly blitz, a cross-continent Monarch mission to track the species numbers.
Scientists can't be everywhere.
CTV News at 5 continues.
You have a wonderful long weekend. Your morning returns on Tuesday, and we're joined by Canadian music power couple Rain Maida and Chantal Krebiazek here to talk about their upcoming book and tour.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
7 months after an explosion damaged Tabor's Community Centre, the town has officially reopened its large ice arena. Last December, a failure in the arena's Zamboni caused a propane leak and a large explosion inside the arena. The arena and curling rink were damaged. No one was injured. A conservation blitz is taking place across 3 countries to help preserve the monarch butterfly population. Thousands of volunteers are needed in North America to document sightings. CTV's Neramanisa explains how Edmonton plays a role.
They're a symbol. They're an icon.
From its vibrant color to its large wings, the monarch butterfly is considered the most recognizable of its kind.
They capture our imagination. They give us a sort of an uplifting sense of hope. And by doing that, they encourage people to be connected to nature.
This year marks 10 years of the International Monarch Monitoring Blitz. Thousands of volunteers in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico are needed to track the butterfly in all stages, as well as the milkweed plant, the only plant where it lays its eggs.
The program is pretty simple. All you need is to go for a walk with your cell phone. And so you download one of the 2 apps and then you take a look around. If you see the milkweed plant, take a picture. If you see an egg, a caterpillar, or even the butterfly itself, also snap a picture and then you upload the information and let them know what you saw.
One of the groups behind the project says Edmonton plays a special role.
It's kind of the northern limit where we have monarch observations. So any further north than Edmonton, we're not really seeing any monarchs. And so it's a really kind of cool spot where we're kind of getting that edge of the range, the edge of where we might see monarch butterflies.
Groups like the Edmonton and Area Land Trust have planted milkweed to attract more monarchs. While spottings in our region are rare, it's still important to have volunteers on the lookout.
Scientists can't be everywhere. And so allowing, people, everyday people to be our eyes on the ground provides so much more data than we could have accomplished just, with scientists going out on our own.
People can download apps through iNaturalist Canada or Mission Monarch. The initiative runs from July 31st to August 9th. Neramanisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. Have a great long weekend. CTV News continues right now.